Hello, I'm Miss Susan, and today we're doing a book talk about new books here at the Worcester County Library. Our first book is entitled Call Me American, a memoir by Abdi Nur Iftin. Abdi Nur Iftin grew up amidst a blend of cultures far from the United States. At home in Somalia, his mother entertained him with vivid folk tales and bold stories detailing her rural, nomadic upbringing. As he grew older, he spent his days following his father, a basketball player, through the bustling streets of the capital city of Mogadishu. When the threat of civil war reached Abdi's doorstep, his family was forced to flee to safety. Through the turbulent years of war, young Abdi found solace in popular American music and films. Nicknamed Abdi the American, he developed a proficiency for English that connected him and his story with news outlets and radio shows, and eventually gave him a shot at winning the annual U.S. Visa lottery. In this young adult edition, adapted from the adult memoir, Abdi shares every part of his journey, from his experiences during the war in Somalia, to his status as a refugee in Kenya, to his arrival in the United States. His courageous account personalizes the politics of modern immigration and reminds readers that everyone deserves a chance to build a brighter future for themselves. This book is entitled Six Angry Girls by Adrienne Kiesner. Adrienne Kiesner's Six Angry Girls is a story of mock trial, feminism, and the inherent power found in a pair of knitting needles. Rainey Petrie is crushing her senior year until her boyfriend dumps her, the drama club dumps her, the college of her dreams slips away, and her arch nemesis triumphs. Things aren't much better for Millie Goodwin. Her father treats her like a servant, and the all-boy mock trial team votes her out, even after she spent the last 3 years helping to build its success. But then an advice columnist unexpectedly helps Rainey find new purpose in a pair of knitting needles and a politically active local yarn store. This leads to an unlikely meeting in the girls' bathroom, where Rainey inspires Millie to start a rival team. The two join together and recruit 4 other angry girls to not only take on mock trial, but to smash the patriarchy in the process. Our next book is a graphic novel by Laurie Halse Anderson entitled Wonder Woman, Tempest-Tossed. New York Times bestselling author Laurie Halse Anderson and artist Lila Del Duca reimagine Wonder Woman's origins in this timely story about the refugee experience, teenage activism, and finding the love and strength to create change. Princess Diana of Themyscira believes that her 16th birthday will be one of the new beginnings, namely acceptance into the warrior tribe of the Amazons. But her birthday celebrations are cut short when rafts carrying refugees break through the barrier that separates her island home from the outside world. When Diana defies the Amazons to try to bring the outsiders to safety, she finds herself swept away by the stormy sea. Cut off from everything she's ever known, Diana herself becomes a refugee in an unfamiliar land. Now Diana must survive in the world beyond Themyscira for the first time, a world that is filled with danger and injustice unlike anything she's ever experienced. With new battles to be fought and new friends to be made, she must redefine what it means to belong, to be an Amazon, and to make a difference. Wonder Woman Tempest-Tossed is a story about growing into your strength, fighting for justice, and finding home. Our next book is also a graphic novel entitled A Map to the Sun by Sloane Leon. A Map to the Sun is a gripping young adult graphic novel about 5 principal players in a struggling girls' basketball team. One summer day, Ren meets Luna at the beachside basketball court, and a friendship is born. But when Luna moves to go back to Oahu, Ren's messages to her friend go unanswered. Years go by, and then Luna returns, hoping to rekindle their friendship. Ren is hesitant. She's dealing with a lot, including family troubles, dropping grades, and the newly formed women's basketball team at their high school. With Ren's new friends and Luna all on the basketball team, the lines between their lives on and off the court begin to blur. During their first season, this diverse and endearing group of teens are challenged in ways that make them reevaluate just who and how they trust. Our next book is a graphic novel entitled Displacement by Kiku Hughes. Kiku is torn out of her own time. Though she was on vacation in present-day San Francisco just moments before, Kiku now finds herself displaced in the 1940s Japanese-American internment camp where her late grandmother, Ernestina, was forcibly relocated during World War II. Kiku is stuck, with no choice but to live alongside Ernestina and other Japanese-American citizens in the internment camp. During her time with them, she witnesses the lives of people who were denied civil liberties by their own government, but still managed to create a community and commit acts of resistance in order to survive. Kiku Hughes weaves a riveting, bittersweet tale that highlights the intergenerational impact of trauma and the redemptive power of memory. This book is entitled Cemetery Boys by Aidan Thomas. Yadriel has summoned a ghost, and now he can't get rid of him. When his traditional Latinx family has problems accepting his gender, Yadriel becomes determined to prove himself a real Bujo. With the help of his cousin and best friend, Maritza, he performs the Quinces ritual himself and then sets out to find the ghost of his murdered cousin, Miguel, and set it free. However, the ghost he summons is actually Julian Diaz, the school's resident bad boy, and Julian is not about to go quietly into death. He's determined to find out what happened and tie up some loose ends before he leaves. Left with no choice, Yadriel agrees to help Julian so that they can both get what they want. But the longer Yadriel spends with Julian, the less he wants to let him leave. This book is entitled The Black Kids by Christina Hammonds Reed. Perfect for fans of The Hate U Give, this unforgettable coming-of-age debut novel is an unflinching exploration of race, class, and violence, as well as the importance of being true to yourself. It's Los Angeles, 1992. Ashley Bennett and her friends are living the charmed life. It's the end of high school, and they're spending more time at the beach than in the classroom. They can already feel the sunny days and endless possibilities of summer. But everything changes one afternoon in April when 4 police officers are acquitted after beating a black man named Rodney King half to death. Suddenly, Ashley's not just one of the girls. She's one of the black kids. As violent protests engulf LA and the city burns, Ashley tries to continue on as if life were normal, even as her self-destructive sister gets dangerously involved in the riots. Even as the model black family facade her wealthy and prominent parents have built starts to crumble. Even as her best friends help spread a rumor that could completely derail the future of her classmates and fellow black kid, LaShawn Johnson. With her world splintering around her, Ashley, along with the rest of LA, is left to question who is the us and who is the them. Thank you for joining us today. For these and other new books, visit us on the web at worcesterlibrary.org.